Monday, May 13th. I'm in Metairie, Louisiana. There's bees in this hackberry tree. I do not think this is a huge hive, but we're going to find out in a minute, I guess. But this is where the bees were entering the tree when it was upright. And we're going to cut a section out of the tree to determine where the top of the hive is, and then cut that part back this way to remove a good section of it so the tree people can take that part, and I'm left with the bees are in. So, about to get started. Hope you enjoy the video. Old comb, folks. Look at that. Old comb. Been in this tree for a while, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, see how dark the comb is?
Yeah.
He's definitely been in there a while. Yeah, look at that, huh? And they've swarmed too. See, these are queen cells right here. See these peanut looking things?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I know they swarm. Yeah, you know, like 3 weeks ago they had them two little colonies that started up in them buildings?
Yeah.
They might have come from this tree right here. Well, I mean, when I came out for the second one, y'all told me about the tree.
Yeah, I seen them in the tree. I was like, what the hell?
Alright, we got eggs, so we got a queen. Alright folks, so as you can see, the comb's very dark. There's not much more of it, but normally I'll just transfer a little bit of that dark comb like that. I'd rather, especially this time of year, just have them make new comb. But in this situation, I want to draw them to the box. We want to put some of their comb in the box. So we have 2 frames of their brood comb framed up. And I got some foundation, wax foundation. I also have a couple of frames with some drawn comb. So they should take to the new setup just fine. Hopefully our queen didn't get smushed some kind of way when the tree was lowered. That's what I'm hoping for. We definitely do have signs that she was in here because we got eggs. This one has a good bit of bees. Not as many as I was hoping, but decent little bit. Now these bees have definitely swarmed. You know, there's queen cells all over the place. They're open. And I probably dealt with at least 2 of the swarms that this hive's thrown off, I would imagine, over the last 3 weeks or so. Because they called me out a couple of different times. And the second time they called me out, they showed me this tree. Showed me that the tree had bees in it. And I told the manager, look, this is a really old hackberry tree and it's in bad shape. It's leaning over the building. So she agreed to have the tree people come out and have a look at it, and they told the same thing. I'm not an arborist, but I know a few things about trees, and over the years working with arborists and stuff like that, and so they told, oh, this tree's in bad shape. So here we are today. Worked with the tree company, Big Bad John, the crane operator. I worked several jobs with John. He's great. Whatever you need him to do, he'll use that crane and position that bee tree section, wherever you need it to be. So, thank you, Big John. Big John gets her done again, so I can get her done again. All right, looks like there's like one more piece in here, and there's a little congregation of them over here. So, I'm hoping we get it clean, folks. There's still a good bit of bees in the cavity, so she could be in there. And we'll use the smoker, start running them this way, and maybe we could see a queen. Okay. So all we're doing is we're making this box their new home, essentially. Not that big of an ordeal, really, because they can get pretty big in these trees. I had a feeling this hive wasn't a real huge hive, but they've swarmed multiple times. But you know, the cavity was just so big, so they couldn't be a giant hive. Not all of them can be giant hives. I think I'll start trying to smoke the bees this way. Let's see if we can't get our queen to head that way. All right, I was able to cut the end off over here, so now I can get into the back side of where the bees are bunched up. And well, we're gonna go ahead and apply some smoke in the cavity and see if we can't run them that way, and see if we got a queen, folks. See what happens. So we got them running. Come on, Queenie, where are we? I'm hoping we got one, folks. Yeah, I know we had one, but I'm hoping nothing happened to her, you know? Tell how long they've been in this tree, folks. Alright, we got a decent little pocket here. You know, maybe she's here. Show yourselves. Well, she could even be in the box, you know. She could have been on one of those cone pieces that I showed. We'll check the box in a minute. Do not see a queen. We're gonna have to check the box, folks. We're gonna have to check our box. All right, folks, we're gonna check the box now, because I haven't found a queen. They've definitely gravitated to our setup. So let's see if hopefully she's in there. All right. The majority of the bees are in our hive box now. Alright, so we'll pull the frame, get it out of the way. See if we can get lucky. Find Lorena. Okay. Really just don't have a lot of bees. Check that next one. Come on, folks, fingers crossed. This is the one that's got the majority of the bees on it. Come on. Rats. I do not see one. A lot of bees on the bottom board. I just sprayed some Swarm Commander. Just a little drop on the bottom board before, you know, we started this. And it's a good bit on there. Maybe she's on the bottom or the side somewhere. I'm just not seeing her. Well, I am not seeing a queen. Alright, so you might be asking the question, so what do you do now? So what do you do now? Okay, you don't have a queen, obviously you either give them a queen or the ability to make a new queen. So what will happen with this hive is we'll combine them with a queen rate colony that could use some numbers, and they'll welcome these bees just fine. And you know, sometimes you could give them a queen, give them cat brood, and the cat brood will hatch out in 2 weeks or less, and then instantly, you know, your numbers go up. But there's not a lot of bees here to do that with. If we had a decent bit of bees, I would give them a queen, but we really, the numbers are way down. So they really should be combined with another colony that maybe has more numbers than this. It's queen right, and maybe give them, you know, a frame of cat brood, unless the other hive has, you know, a couple frames of cat brood. That way, with the bees hatching out, and you know, we got some comb here that, you know, this cat brood will hatch out. Cat brood hatching out on the other colony, that boosts their numbers. And give them a queen, and she gets laying, and it's a win-win. So, all right, we're going to put this on here. I'm going to leave the setup here until dark. Okay, that's what we got, folks. That is what we got. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Another one from JPthebeeman. I'm having a fantastic day. Would have been a lot better if we got a queen, but you know, there's still a slight possibility there could be one in there. You know, just because I didn't see her doesn't mean she's not in there. All right, there's ways to fix this. Okay, and as a beekeeper, you know, having resources gives you the ability to fix things and make things right. If you were just to put these in your yard and expect the best, okay, there's a good chance they won't make it. When you got a small swarm or a small amount of bees from a cutout, you know, you have to boost their numbers, and you can't expect a small amount of bees, you know, to go out in the field, make a new queen. I'm not saying they can't, okay, but you know, the odds are stacked against them. You're giving them way too many chores. So if you got a large amount of bees, okay, you got a workforce there. This hive right here, I mean, we only got a couple hundred bees or so. All right, so they need help. You cannot expect a hive like this to try to make it on their own. You have got to, you gotta give them more bees. So the best thing to do, because they're queenless and they need more bees, is to combine them with another colony that's queen right that could use some more bees. Give them maybe some cat brood, and you know, boost their numbers. But that's the beauty of having resources. You know, sometimes when people want to start beekeeping, you know, they just want one hive, but it's always recommended that you start with at least 2 hives, and this is a perfect example. Let's just say this was one of your hives that swarmed a bunch, and you're left with what you got here. If you had another hive, you could take frames of brood, okay, and get and boost their numbers. And let's just say the other hive was making queen cells. You could take a frame with some of the queen cells and allow some of those to hatch out, and that gives them the ability to make a new queen. So it's always good to start with at least 2 hives. I wouldn't tell you to start with 5 hives or anything like that, but 2 to 3, okay, is a good start as a new beekeeper. You should always start with at least 2 hives. So hope y'all enjoy the video. Another one from JPthebeeman. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. It could have been better if we got a queen, but I'm still doing my very best to have a great day, and I hope you would too. To the next one. Look what I discovered, folks. Look at that. We did get her after all. She's a beauty. Looks like a corniolan, big old corniolan queen. Fantastic. All right, well, we didn't get a lot of bees, but you know, maybe 2 frames, but we got a nice looking queen after all. Fantastic. She must have been on the bottom board or the sidewall. I didn't take the whole thing apart, you know. That's wonderful. We got ourselves a queen. She's hiding on me, just so I have them in again. Oh, where'd you go? See if I can spot her again. Where are you? Oh well, they're covering her up and loving her up, so that's all I need to know. Hello, darling.